has happened here?
Oh, so contact from Rick Kelly from the rear unsettles Lowndes and into Todd Kelly.
Geez, I think there's going to be trouble for that one, I think.
I remember going to the last race, we were equal on points. Like, it was literally whoever won or was in front of the person at the checkered flag was going to win the championship. And like, I don't think we've come down to that close before, that we've actually gone into a last race, 30 plus races down the track, equal on points, and basically whoever, wins, wins. And I remember going down into the Honda corner. We were the Ford, obviously, car at the time. The Holden guys were playing games, to be polite, and I knew that we had good race pace. We didn't have, what we didn't have was initial speed. We knew that we had great race pace, so all I had to do was survive the first sort of 4 or 5 laps and then sort of work into the race. Anyway, long story short, we had contact going in down into Honda, Rick and I got turned around. I was sideways in the middle of the corner. I tried to grab reverse and get out of the way because obviously I thought at that point we're still in good shape. Rick's going to get a penalty. We'll be all right. And then it wasn't until poor old Will Davison come and KO'd us, literally. Hit us in the side of the car. The steering was like duck feet. They were pointing south and west. And we were gone. At that point, I knew the steering wheel was on an angle. All we could do was like 6-lap runs and we'd wear out the front tyres because we were just pushing. There was a moment, Rick got a penalty. There was a moment that people asked me after the race when Rick lapped me. And they actually said to me, do you ever think about just turning right and just taking him out of the race? And honestly, probably crossed my mind, but that's not who I am. So, unfortunately, we finished the race. There was a huge hearing. It even went to the hearing on Monday night, or it led into Monday, and there was a lot of pressure on all of us to make a decision because the gala was that night at the Crown Casino. They wanted to crown a champion, and at the end of the day, we dropped it. I think Roland asked me. And I remember Roland asked me, look, I'm happy if you want to keep going to the next level, which would have had to go to the next level, the stewards to make a decision whether Rick should have been penalised further. It wasn't Rick's doing with what happened. It was the second part of the phase of the crash, which was with Will. So Rick instigated it. Will KO'd me. At the end of the day, it's like, well, we were going to drop it, and I think Supercars and everyone at that point were thankful. We dropped it. We didn't pursue it. Rick ended up winning the championship by not winning a race that year. But again, as Jamie says, it's all about the consistency. And I look back on it thinking, well, crap, like if I hadn't have had so many failures in the DNFs and other things that I did wrong, we would have been far way up the road with a clear championship point lead. Instead of going to the last race, equal on points. So at the end of the day, I failed as my part, not necessarily as Rick's part. But it's one of those things you look back on history and everyone talks about it because of what it was. So yeah, it was one of those probably the last best opportunities I could have won to win a championship.